You ever seen 8 Mile? Saw the last rap battle between B Rabbit and Papa Doc. You want to know how he came out victorious, or just how he made Papa Doc not say nothing? Because he was vulnerable. Namaste, gang. D to the DT. Golden Aquarium Buddha, Trey Good. And I want to tell you about the power of being vulnerable. See, in the movie 8 Mile, B Rabbit basically said everything that Papa Doc could ever said about him to himself. About himself. He said, I am white. I am a fucking bum. I do live in the trailer with my mom. He gave the things that he may have been ashamed of himself and used those as his power. He used that as leverage to win. So how do you make yourself vulnerable and use that as a strength? Because most people think being vulnerable is a weakness. I myself included. Because truthfully, being vulnerable, you allow yourself to be open and very, very honest. And I'm a very honest guy. Still, at the same time, there's parts of myself that I don't like to express to others. While I am very aware that all is perfect, I myself am perfect. I am very aware as well that there are things that I wish I could have done better, things I may regret, or things that, might make me feel insecure, jealous. And those things are things that I have to work on internally. And I know that. But to express that out in the open is like, it's a fear. And I'm aware that fear is a constant thing. No matter how big you get, especially in this space, in this third dimension, it's always going to be there in some form or fashion. But you have to get past it. But to use your vulnerability as a strength, you have to accept these things that you may not want to express. It's your shadow self, it's your dark self. And it makes you so much more powerful when you can own up to the things that you don't necessarily like about yourself. And when you can actually understand that it's more or less an internal conversation or an internal conflict that you might want to just not deal with. Because had B Rabbit hadn't owned up to his life, Papa Doc would have had a lot of shit to say about him. But even B Rabbit gave things about Papa Doc's life that no one else knew. I know something about you. You went to Cranbrook. That's a private school. What's the matter, dog? You embarrassed? The guy's a gangster. His real name is Clarence. When you can use the things about yourself that you don't want the world to know as a platform to be yourself, you are really opening up yourself to an immense wealth or immense well, WELL, of power, because you are honoring everything about you, your self-perceived flaws, your mistakes, life lessons. Like I spoke to you before about life lessons, I am very redundant. I have been very redundant about my life lessons, and I don't necessarily speak too much about my life lessons, or it's not that I can't, or I haven't came out and said, yeah, I've been homeless. Yeah, I have a 5-year-old son who for the last 5 years I've done, in my eyes, and more than likely in my son's mother's eyes, the bare minimum. And I feel bad about that at times. But I know that I am a great father and I have an amazing bond with my son. But still at the same time, there's things that I know I could have done better or done differently. And I might beat myself up about it. But I know that I am in the process now of doing better things. So I have to accept that. I have to accept that those were along my path, and that I'm using it now to be a better man, to be a better father, to be a better provider, and things of that nature. So the power and vulnerability is to own the darkness, is to own the shadow, and to bring that to light. Because other people may be going through the same thing, and to know that you yourself are, and to see how, you're transforming your own world, that can give them motivation to be more of themselves. Well, anyway, man, everybody from the 313, throw your motherfucking hands up and follow me. But no, I'm gonna leave you all with peace, love, and godliness. Pray that you have a great day, that you love yourself and love someone else. Join the gang.